Today on Eagle Nation News, Casey Boston reports on the Crystal Lagoon that is making a splash in Prosper's master plan community, Windsong Ranch.
Kashida Kama takes a look into how our elective and athletic groups prepared for their upcoming seasons and performances over the summer break.
And finally, Abigail Smith will be in studio with an update on the record broke yesterday by Billie Eilish on the Billboard Hot 100.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Tuesday, August 20th. I'm Grant Johnson.
And I'm Julia Bizion.
So, Julia, I know that summer just came to an end, but were you able to get a chance to check out the lagoon?
I unfortunately was not. I heard that was only open to Windsong Ranch residents because that's where it's located, but I saw a bunch of pictures and I saw people posting about it, and it looks super cool, and it looked really big too.
Yeah, I fortunately was able to take a trip down there, and I can tell you that when you're sitting there on those chairs, you really feel like you're on vacation and at a beach. Yeah, so that new water feature was welcomed by Windsong Ranch to help attract more buyers to the community. Casey Boston has more.
Windsong Ranch is a neighborhood in Prosper that is so big it's basically a whole community within itself, with 2 community pools, a park, a gym, a cafe, and closely surrounding restaurants, which is why it is so understandable that such a unique attraction was brought to the area.
I bought a home in Windsong Ranch before the lagoon was ever announced, and I bought because the community is such an amazing lifestyle. People are out on golf carts, people are out in the streets, in their front yards, so the size of the lot didn't matter because nobody's in the backyard. All the kids were out riding bikes, all the parents were out walking up and down, and then they announced the lagoon, which is a game changer. You've got 5 acres of water that actually came to fruition over the last year. And now people are just coming here for the lagoon alone, not to mention the lifestyle that they find out after they live here.
The lagoon is unlike normal neighborhood swimming pools by both using less energy and chemicals. On top of that, residents have the option to swim, dive, paddleboard, or even kayak. This attraction totals up to 5 acres, containing 10 million gallons of water, and is surrounded by 2,600 tons of sand.
I do think the lagoon coming to Prosper is a huge reflection of Prosper's growth. You know, it's definitely helping put Prosper on the map more. Michael Phelps was actually at our grand opening. He's a co-owner, so I think it's definitely giving us a lot of attention. Honestly, my first impression of the lagoon was I was blown away with it when I first saw it, and it's amazing. All of the features are just incredible, and it has a lot of unique features that a lot of places don't have. I think my favorite activity at the lagoon is definitely paddleboarding. I never expected my family to own a paddleboard, given that we live in Texas, but we actually just bought one the other day because the lagoon opened in our neighborhood.
Although the lagoon is only available to the residents of Windsong Ranch, it's still amazing to see how what was once a small town is finding yet another way to get our name on the map. I'm Casey Boston reporting for Eagle Nation News. Prosper.
As part of the aftermath of multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein's death, a replacement has been announced for the head of the Bureau of Prisons, formerly holding a controversial background regarding sex trafficking and abuse accusations towards Hugh J. Hurwitz. The agency's acting head will be replaced with Kathleen Hawk Sawyer, who served as Bureau of Prisons Director from 1992 to 2003. With the investigation of Epstein's death still underway, Sawyer is welcomed back with hopes of stability and direction.
Prosper Police Department warned to avoid the 300 block of Broadway between Church Street and Coleman due to a gas leak last night around 5 p.m. Atmos crews arrived at the scene and clamped off the gas supply, causing over 80 homes to lose gas. The leak stopped around midnight and the line was repaired at 9 this morning. Atmos crews are now going door to door to restore gas in the affected homes.
Now we send it over to Brenna Gibbons with your Fast Forecast.
Thanks, guys. The current temperature outside is 95 degrees with light winds. However, with it being Texas, it actually feels like 105 degrees. The rest of the week will continue with the temperatures in the high 90s, and this will most likely be sunny, with an exception of Sunday, where it will be mostly cloudy. And there will be no chances of rain this week. With your Fast Forecast, I'm Brenna Gibbons. Back to you guys at the desk.
After this short commercial break, Abigail Smith will be giving us an update on the recent record broken on the Hot 100.
Wait, don't leave your trash on the tables. Yes, the custodians are here to clean the school, but they are not here to pick up after you. So please, throw away your trash.
Now Abigail Smith is here in studio with Your Talent Talk, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Well, it was bound to happen one of these days. By this point, everyone has heard the song Old Town Road. Even our parents can probably sing some of the lyrics. For 19 weeks straight, Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus dominated the Billboard Hot 100, making Old Town Road the longest-reigning #1 single of all time. However, all good things must come to an end. Billie Eilish's Bad Guy has officially passed Old Town Road on the Hot 100, making it her first song to ever reach #1. Billie is also the first person born in the 2000s to have a #1 song, making her younger than some of the students in the senior class. Lil Nas X congratulated Billie on her success and said she deserved it. Be sure to head over to our Twitter at Eagle Nation News and vote on which of the two songs is your favorite. Well, that's all the time I have for you guys today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Summer has come to an end, which means it's time for students to get involved in extracurricular activities.
Let's take a look at how different organizations prepared for the year over summer break.
With the start of the school year comes Friday night football games and halftime shows featuring the band and the Talonets. What isn't talked about is the countless hours spent practicing before the first day of school even begins.
So for dance season, we had officer camp at the beginning of the summer where we learned some dances all together, and that really tested our leadership skills and how we work together, and that's really going to help us throughout the year. And we also had line camp, and we're in work week right now, and that is just pretty much a trial run through what it's going to be like throughout the year, and we've just been working really hard with each other.
Both the band and the Talonets have been practicing for weeks to prepare for the season, hoping to bring together the team and to create a community.
So before school starts, we show up about 2.5 weeks early, and when we start early like that, we start building relationships with our sections and amongst other sections, and that just really helps us to kind of become friends, and it makes school much more welcoming, especially for freshmen.
So starting the practice early has helped us because we've been able to work together and we've been able to start cleaning some of our dances, which obviously helps so everyone can see a nice pretty routine instead of it being messy.
With the season coming soon, both the Talonets and band are ready to start the year.
I'm super excited because I'm going to be an officer and I can't wait to be a leader on Talonets, and I'm just super ready for the year.
I'm very excited for the upcoming year. We've got some big goals in place.
With competition season coming up, the numerous hours of practicing will soon pay off. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Kashida Kama. Prosper.
Now we kick it over to Maya Peterson with a Game Time Sports Update.
We have 19 days until the NFL season begins for the Dallas Cowboys, with a lot of changes being made to the roster, such as Zeke questioning on whether or not he would like to be a part of Cowboy Nation for another season, while veteran Jason Witten is coming out of retirement to join Dak Prescott once again. The question we're left with is, if Zeke decides to go elsewhere, will the Cowboys be able to match last season's performance, such as going 11-7 overall, dominating a wild card game, or maybe even going further in the playoffs? A Zekeless Cowboys definitely means the offensive line will have to step up, having to either bring in someone to fill Zeke's shoes or rely more on Amari Cooper and Jason Witten this season. Those who remember former Cowboy Jez Bryant's main reason for leaving was the fact Dak favored Witten over other receivers. With the Cowboys being able to acquire Cooper last season, boosting the Cowboys' percentage from 37% to 80%, some are wondering, will Witten's presence on the field come between Prescott and Cooper, or will having Prescott, Cooper, and Witten on the field be the creation of a new dynamic trio? This will be a lot for Jason Garrett and Jerry Jones to figure out as deadlines approach and the season gets closer. But let us know how you think the Cowboys would do this season on our Twitter at Eagle Nation News. Also, a reminder that our Lady Eagles volleyball team will be playing tonight in the Eagles' Nest against Byron Nelson at 6:30. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for a recap of sports from this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the week.
Prosper Theater is holding open auditions for Mamma Mia. This opportunity is open to all PHS students. There will be an information meeting on August 16th at 4:10 in the Black Box, or contact Vicky Kirkley Theater Director at V.E. Kirkley at prosper-isd.net for more information.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Julia Bisson.
And I'm Grant Johnson. Live long and prosper.